Yo, yo. Bet. We good. Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Today we are live on IG, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. IG, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. It's been a minute. It's been a while. We got a couple videos we're gonna watch together, break it down. We're gonna start off with some one-on-ones from Auburn. What's good, Jeremiah? Yes, sir. Max, yes, sir. W. Isaiah, love the channel, man. The DV vids helps a lot. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Isaiah. Appreciate the support. If you haven't yet, guys, make sure to follow us on all our platforms, IG, TikTok, sub to YouTube channel, and check out our latest video on the YouTube channel. Lots of good stuff. We're going to try to be a little bit more consistent on YouTube. So we're going to be posting a lot of shorts. And then I'm mixing a couple of videos. I know a lot of people are starting to like the workout videos that we're doing. So I try to do that a little bit more often. That's good. Try to do that a little bit more often. But yeah, appreciate y'all. If you haven't checked out the latest video on the YouTube channel, definitely go do that. It's a good one. I think you can get a lot of drills, a lot of good stuff that can help improve your game. All right. This first video, let's get to it, is Auburn one-on-ones. Auburn one-on-ones, spring practice. All right, so let's watch it together and let's get right. So the angle's a little bit off. You already know we got to slow that ting down. Playback speed, 75. Press the top. I like the fact that he's staying square. Moving laterally. Okay, so the receiver got it to our blind spot right there. We speed turn. Let's see if he's back in position. Okay, he's beat, right? And I like the fact that he doesn't look back for the ball. He decides he's going to play the receiver's hand. Hey, bro, I'm tired of watching these. My fault, Stu, my fault. Play the receiver's hands. Now, this is where we got to be careful. When the receiver's slowing down, we got to be able to react. We have to slow down too, right? Now, we're still in decent position. Get ready to play the hands. He plays the hands. Good finish. That's a good rep. Good finish, right? Next rep. AB, what's good, cousin? Appreciate you. Solo, what's good? All right, let's get back to it. Whoa. All right. Press. Here we go. Snap the ball, dang. Two hand, okay. Got to go to one. Let go, though. They going to call that. They going to call that on us, although he's pulling us too. But they going to call this on us right here. They see a receiver with his head down. They going to call on us every time, right? He pulling on us too a little bit, but they going to call it. We got to finish the play, though. We always got to finish the play. Coach sprinted to coach him up. That's what I like to see. He's telling him, relax, man. You don't need to get too handsy, right? Relax. Press with your feet, right? Press with your feet. Make sure you're in good position to use your hands, right? All right, let me answer some questions. How you been? I've been good, Stu. Been good, man. Trying to get right. Trying to, coaching, all that stuff. Trying to find a remote job in IT. I just passed the certification test for that, so working on switching and getting to IT. But besides that, same old. What are some key things coaches are going to be looking for when I start playing football again this upcoming season? I'm 5'7", 180 pounds. Okay, great question. Does the camera look blurry or am I tripping? So biggest one is effort. You obviously how athletic you are, all the good stuff, but they want to make sure that you show effort. You know what you're doing on the field. You're physical. You're not scared of contact, right? And you're coachable. Those key things are going to be huge. Then obviously, in the playbook, what I'm saying, competing, very important, right? Competing, looking to compete every rep, right? Those are going to be key, right? Those things are what they're going to look for. Then on top of that, just how you play football. Are you got good technique, right? All the little things, all that, and how you practice each and every day. Appreciate you, Stu. Appreciate you. Coach, how do I stay closer to a receiver when they cut? Keep your eyes on the receiver's hips and react to it, right? Understand when the receiver breaks your cushion. You don't want to open up too fast, too early. You don't want to open up late, right? And then you got to also remember when the receiver is getting close to you, right? You want to make sure you want to try to stay in phase. In order for you to stay in phase, it's to be in hip relationship with the receiver, right? A lot of times when people they get separation is because they either open up too late, they pedal way too fast, and there's way too much space between him and the receiver, right? Those are the things that hurts DBs to be in position to make a play. So those are key things. Watch the man coverage video on the YouTube channel, AB. Let's see. Hope I answered your question, HBK, Reese. Coach, I heard the difference between elite and versus average guys is confidence. How do I build good question. How do I build confidence? Good questions. We got some good questions today. All right, so confidence. That's a good question. Confidence is you build confidence by how you practice, how you prepare for practice, how you prepare for a game. That's how you build confidence. Obviously, everybody can just go in the field and be like, yo, I'm the best DB here, right? I'm the best DB here. But you got hold on. We answered a lot of questions right now. I kind of want to have you guys watch something as we're doing something. Hold on, let me answer some questions. I know we watched this a little bit. I'm gonna go back to that last video. We're just gonna let this ride, and I'm gonna answer a few questions we get back to. But how you prepare for a game, how you prepare for practice is how you're going to build confidence. Everybody can always just step on the field like, I'm the best on the field. But what makes you the best, right? You can say all you want to say, but if you don't produce, if your actions don't talk, right? Your actions don't talk for you, it don't matter, right? So watching film, studying, working on your craft, right? Trusting your technique, improving in your technique, being consistent in your technique, right? Competing, going against the best players on your team, best receivers, locking them up, going back and forth. That's how you're going to build confidence, right? You don't want to just say, I'm the best, but you're not doing everything that you can to be the best, right? So those are how you're going to build confidence. And then on top of that, film study. When you study film, right, and you really see things, you're a step ahead of the offense, you're confident in your abilities because you know what's happening, right? So it's all applies to itself. Your whole craft is how you're going to build confidence. You're not going to build confidence by just saying stuff. You got to work to build confidence, right? You have any tips on how to teach a young DB how to crossover run? Ooh. First, biggest thing for that really is having them walk it. Walk it. Make sure to have a good pad level, right? Keeping that front shoulder down, that chin tucked, and really emphasize the walk. Walk it and then slowly build them up, right? That's the biggest way I would teach a young DB, right? The crossover run. And you want to make sure that you help them emphasize keeping the shoulder square to the receiver when they're crossover run. Because a lot of times when they crossover run, they like to turn their shoulders this way, but they keep their chin this way, their face this way. Focus on keeping your shoulders towards the receiver. Yes, sir. All right, let's see. Also, I'm playing strong safety. I'm running 4.6, but my COD is a little slower. I missed a couple tackles. How can I prove? What you mean by COD? Hold on, somebody just subbed. Hold on, somebody just subbed. Who just subbed to the? Did I miss it? I did miss it. Adonis Main. Appreciate the follow, cousin. Welcome to Team Eyeland. Make sure to follow us on all our platforms, IG, TikTok. Sub to the YouTube channel if you haven't. Appreciate you, cousin. Welcome to Team Eyeland. It's a little slow. And I missed a couple tackles. How can I prove? Eyes. Tracking the near hip is going to be very important. Closing the space is going to be very important when you come to make tackles. Showing your stride as you get closer to make a tackle. Right? That's going to be key, right? And making sure you got good pad level. Understand what type of tackler you are. If you're a low target tackle guy, dial in, lock in on your low target tackling technique so now you can be consistent with it. All right? I got a video on the YouTube channel about that, Adonis. I got 2 videos for safeties and corner. Go to the YouTube channel about breaking down cover 3 and explains it perfectly. All right, change the direction. Appreciate you, David. Appreciate you. And then Ed, make sure when you change your direction, obviously, the simple things you can always do with the ladders, all that stuff, but you got to work on actually getting in and out your breaks, making sure your steps are correct, right? That's gonna help you get better in your change of direction, your breaks and all that stuff. And on top of that, just doing drills, keeping your feet underneath you, staying within your frame, not stepping outside your frame to break and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that would help a lot. Ed, hope I answered your question, Ed. Is having fast feet the most important physical aspect of the corner for a quarter? So this is what I see, the way I see it. You can have fast feet, but if it ain't going nowhere or if it ain't going the right spot, it don't matter, right? So I think the most important aspect as a DB is your technique and your eyes. Your eyes will lead you to where you need to be. If you have good eyes with good technique, you're gonna find yourself around you're gonna find yourself in good position a lot of times, comparing to just being fast with bad technique. Somebody who's slow could beat somebody who's just fast, with terrible technique. So you gotta understand that those are key, right? And then you gotta also understand that knowing what you're doing when you're on the field. IQ, right? Knowing your coverage, doing your job, understand where you need to be, understand why you need to be there. Those are going to be very important, right? You guys got a lot of questions. It's been a minute. So help answer your question, our world. Let's see. Also, Coach, how do I get better at turning my head around to make a play on the ball because I'm more confident in trying to play his hands? So when you're in good position, when you're in phase, and after the 5, 10, 15 rule, you're in phase with the receiver, you know it's a fade. After 15 yards, the hip doesn't drop. Lean, locate. You lean into the receiver so you can feel him and you forcing him closer to the sideline and you locate and find the ball. You just got to practice it. Right? Practice it. Build more confidence in it. So now it'll become natural. It's easy. I know a lot of DBs, when they're in great position, they still tend to play the receiver's hand, but you got to get to over because they don't want to get beat. They don't want to get mossed. They don't want to get, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. So you got to understand that when you're in good position, lean, locate, look up for the ball and attack it. Right? Practice doing that and it'll become natural and you won't even be thinking about it. Right? How do I work on getting off blocks? Doing drills. Get full extension. Low to high. Right? Low to high. You got to get low to high. Get full extension of the receiver. Right? And throw him off you. Hit, rip. You know what I'm saying? Grab the wrist, pull, and rip. Right? Or you could, boom, turn him. Right? Right underneath, right, one hand over top, pull it, or you could just simply just throw them off you, right? Those are things that you got to do. But the biggest thing is you don't want the receiver to get hands on you first. I thought this dude was dancing. Hold on. I thought Coach was, I see all them dancing. I thought he was joining in. That's crazy. What was I saying? Yeah, so you want to be physical, but you don't want the receiver to get hands on you first, right? And then Don't just run up to the receiver without trying to get hands on him. Run up, get hands on him, get full extension. Once you get that chest place of the receiver, right, you got total control of the receiver, right? Coach, what do I do if my head coach favors someone even if I'm working 10 times hard? All right, so AJ, I'm going to tell you this, guy. If a coach is favoring somebody over you, me personally, this is what I would do. I would try to compete against that person every single day to prove to a point that I'm better than him, right? That's going to be key, right? We're looking at. Let's go to defense. That's going to be key, right? Competing, making sure that I beat this guy every time where it has no choice but to say, all right, this dude is better than me, better than him, right? That's my advice for you. Compete against that dude and try to beat him in everything you do. Question, when I'm playing off man as a safety and on a fast and shifty slot receiver, would you recommend trying to get hands on earlier or just weaving and staying on top? So as a safety, right? So if you're playing, depending on the yards, right? If you're playing catch technique, you're going against a fast receiver, you can scooch into a catch, right? But you got to know where your help is too. So if you're playing catch technique in the slot and you got middle of field safety playing outside leverage, just, you can play catch, but just trust that your help, right? Trust where your help is at, right? Another thing is if you're going to play regular catch, yes, you want to get hands on, but your eyes got to make sure your eyes are disciplined. You split the receiver in half, right? Now, if you're playing off man, like regular off man, right, 8 to 9 or 8 to 10 yards as a safety, right? Pedal and weave, but tempo your pedal, right? Understand where the receiver's going, move with your leverage, right? So split the receiver in half, same thing, but tempo your pedal. Don't pedal too far where you're out of reach of the receiver. You're giving the receiver too much distance, but you don't want to pedal too slow where he can run right by you. Would you be willing to watch my son's clips from last week? Yeah, send it to me. DM it to me, Christian Lee. DM it to me. I got you. How do I stop looking back at the QB and 1v1 drills? Because thinking like, dang, he running for 8 seconds. That's all discipline right there. You got to know when you're in position to look back for the receiver. That's similar to what I answered earlier about you, right? Just know when you're in phase and when you're not in phase. Right? At 5, 10, 15. If his hip don't drop after 15 yards, you know it's a fade. Right? That's when you're in position to look back. But if he breaks, right, you break into the upfield shoulder, then you can find the ball. Right? But you got to remember, you don't want to be staring at a quarterback because he ain't throwing it to you. He's throwing it to the receiver. Right? Well, I mean, a lot of gap blitzes and outside blitzes. So I don't know if too much about this, but told you he want. Okay, so he's gonna add you in the blitz game, right? He's gonna add you. Is this getting off blocks? Hold on, this might. No, this is just tackling. He's gonna run up and tacklers, right? So just understand where gap you're supposed to be in, right? And he will explain it. A, B, C gap, right? Or D outside, all that stuff. All right, let's go. I missed a lot of questions on IG. Oh, it just went straight into the 9. All right. Coach, next year I want to play JV football as a D 5'6", 115 bench. Any tips? How can I practice safety coverage at home with only 2 people? Watch film is going to be key, AB. Watch film and just understand the coverages. Get in your drops, right? Getting your drops is a perfect way of practicing that safety. Getting your drops, you have 2 people, he can run routes into a zone, right? You could get the basic stuff, pedal, open, pedal, break 45, right? Pedal, open, speed turn, all the basic stuff. But you got to understand when to do those stuff. So that if you have another person, that's perfect. You just have them run routes and you just doing coverages to do that, right? You could work in the slot where you got curl to flat. You can work deep half. You can work middle of the field. You can have them be the person, other person just be the quarterback, and you just play in the middle of the field, weaving to where the shoulders point. You gotta prove them. Yep. Can you explain how to use scooch technique and it's not read step scooch technique? Scooch technique. Scooch is just you scooching. It's a technique. It's like a different type of read step. You just scooching, boom, boom, into your pedal. Like, can you explain the correct stance, footwork, leverage, and everything? So in the slot, so if you sometimes some people have the inside foot up in the slot, some people have the outside foot. But whatever foot is up for you in the slot, you're pushing off the foot that's up to move the back foot. So you push step, push step, push step. Right? That's scooch. And then the leverage is based on the coverage, or however, if you're a man, you're taking away the inside. If you have help in the middle, right, deep middle, you want to play outside leverage, right? So that's like that. All right, let's see. All right, let's go back to the one-on-ones that we missed a lot. Where were we at? We were right here. This is the rep we was at. All right. What would you separate technique and film study? Technique and film study is what separates elite DBs from average DBs. Understanding your technique and studying your film and knowing how to read offense. Try to be a step of the offense. Loudon, what's good, cousin? Gave away his leverage. Opening up too early. Open up away from his leverage. Inside release. Unless they're playing outside leverage. It's hard to tell from this angle. They might be playing outside leverage. If you're playing outside leverage, you got to get attached to that receiver. Upfield shoulder. Right? And the receiver's running his route like this. He's not pushing me vertical. I'm sitting. He's starting to chop his feet like this. I know he's getting ready to break. Right? Sit. You got to understand how to read wide receiver's body language, guys. How to stop nervousness, build confidence as it. Adonis, it's film study. Film study, practice, look at the things. So watch film on yourself. What went wrong and correct yourself, right? Those are the things that's going to help you get over your mistakes, right? Now, to build confidence, I have a video about that on the YouTube channel, but to build confidence, just prepare, how you prepare for everything, right? You prepare yourself, you put yourself in a great position if you prepare yourself correctly. You trust your technique, you work on your technique, you're confident in your technique, right? You watch film, you study your opponent, you prepare yourself for the game, you're already a step ahead of the offense, right? And then you just go out there and play. Let yourself trust everything you've done for. You worked for that week, right? Trust that you prepared yourself. Trust that you worked hard. Trust your technique. Trust all that stuff. And it's going to happen naturally in the game. If you feel like you're nervous before the game, it's fine to feel nervous. I felt nervous before every game, right? Until over time, then it just become another game. But the more I was prepared for a game, the more confident I was going into the game, and the less nervous I was, right? You could be hella nervous if you ain't prepared for the game, right? But if you prepare for the game, you see what you watch the film and you've worked on your technique and you trust your technique, it'll come natural to you. What you do if you're in zone turn and cover 3 and the wide receiver good to you? Speed turn. Speed turn, get on top. Speed turn, right? I just posted a video about that actually today. If it's one receiver. Now, if it's two receivers, that means you open up way too late. Then you better get ready to go and run. If you're going two verts and one of them gets to your blind spot, that means you open up too late and you didn't get enough depth. All right? But how you get over not playing no more and still wanting to play? Oof. Stu. The way I see it, dude, if you got the ability to still play, go ahead and play because football ain't going to be there forever. You could play like football ain't gonna be there forever still. So if you got the ability to still play and you want to play, but you don't, you know what I'm saying? Find a way to try to. You know what I'm saying? There's ways of doing it. But also you gotta understand though, be realistic with yourself though. You know, let's say like, you know what I'm saying, don't think that you can all of a sudden go D1 because you haven't played in a year or two, right? You gotta have to work yourself to get there, right? Start off in a realistic route. I mean, this is a time where you can really play. You can go, you could work yourself to get to the level that you want to. But if you're 29, 30, it's GG's, right? But, you know, you young, right? All that stuff, you just got out of high school not too long ago. You still got the dream to do it. Go ahead and pursue it because eventually it's going to run out one way or another, right? You know, so if you can still do it, do it. That's how I see it. Because you still got it. You still feel it. You feel like you want to play, man. Go ahead and find a way to make it happen. I feel you. I'm on time. My knees don't want. I'm on time. My knees don't want to play no more. Them knees, bro. Them knees. Wait till you get older. Them knees gonna be hurting. Let's see. Coach, I got shook off the line. In the goal line, they blew it. Dead. I got bailed. Next play. Next play mentality. Learn from the mistake. What went wrong and correct yourself next play. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Yup. Damn, 7:30 is early. Hold on, guys. Hold on. TikTok. Can someone type on TikTok to see if the comments? For some reason, I don't see the comments on TikTok. I posted this rep today, actually. This is a very good rep. This is a very good rep. I like the fact that he stays square. He kick, goes back inside. He's still square. I don't like the fact that he popped up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But he's still in decent position. Here, receiver tries to get to a blind spot. What do? We click quickly. Speed turn. I like the fact that he snapped his head around and find the receiver. Get back in phase into a man turn to locate the ball. Clinic tape right there. Clinic tape right there. Damn, I'm on mute. Appreciate you, Mo. I'm over here talking like, oh hell. All right, let's go back. Let me rewind. Oh man, that's bad. Where was that clip at, man? Terrible. There it is. All right. So I posted this earlier today, right? So stay square, right? Here, receiver goes out, back inside, back outside, get into our blind spot, right? And the DB quickly snap his head around to the receiver into a man turn to locate the ball. That's a great job, and that's the thing that you want to get to a point where those are just natural. All those moves are just natural, right? He's not thinking about, oh, I got to speed to her. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do. No, he's just doing it because the receiver's making us do that. We're reacting to what the receiver's running, right? So he's gets to a blind spot, automatically I know I got to speed to and find the receiver, right? I'm out of phase, let me close the space. I'm chest to chest with him, let me get man turn, find the ball, right? All that stuff comes natural because he worked at it. He's done it numerous of times, a lot of hours spent on his craft, and it just becomes natural. The more you put in your work to improve those techniques, those little things, then more natural it will be, and the more it will be reactive than just thinking, right? You want to get to a point where you're not even thinking about what you're doing, right? Coach was hype. Coach was hype right there. He ran right. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand that, guys. How many cans would you recommend attending this summer so far? My son got 3 Big 10 and a Big 12 invite. Okay, so if it's invites to those camps, like they invited him personally, I will go to those camps. I will go to those camps if they invited him personally. Now, if it's just camps that you want him to go, if the money's right, you know, if the money's right, the right situation, you feel like it's not going out your way or anything, go ahead and do it. But you definitely want to go to the camps that are personally invited from a coach. I know they send a whole bunch of mass mail and emails say, hey, come to our camp. Hey, come to our camp. But if coach is like, hey, like I want you to come to this camp, yeah, then go to those camps. They want him to go to the camp because they're interested in him. They want to see him in person. They want to see how he compete and all that. So if he can, and if the money situation is right and it's the right situation for you guys, go to the invite camps. That's how I always tell guys. Go to the camps that are you're personally invited, and also go to the camps that are in your hometown, right? If you like, for instance, I'm in Arizona right now. So if I'm a high school kid, let's say I get personally invited to UCLA, personally invited to Oregon, personally invited to, what's another school? USC, right? I'll go to those camps, but then I'll also go to the camps in state, which is Arizona State and U of A, right? And NAU, right? I'll go to those 3 camps because other schools will be there too, right? Yes, sir. Oh, got hit with another. The coach now has a voice. I am Chinese. Hey, appreciate you. Yin, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, cousin. How does base defense work? Like, do they call defense based off offensive formation? Or base defense is the defense of base. So if base defense is what the defense is the majority of the time they're gonna run. That everybody knows that this is the main coverage, the main defense. We're gonna line up in our base formation, base whatever it is, 4-2-5 or 3-3-5 or 4-3 base, right? And then the base coverage behind it. So if they call base, for instance, let's say base. Some teams base defense will be just cover 3. Some team base defense will be cover 2, right? Some team, you know what I'm saying? So that's the base defense. So everybody's base defense is different. Do the fronts 4-3 and 3-4, for example, affect how outside corners will play? No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. That don't affect anything for you guys. All right, let's get back to it. See? This is a good rep. Right here, patient. He gets out there, kick. Now we just got to kick to meet him at a point. Kick to get to this shoulder. Get to that shoulder, right? He's running, and where our eyes are at? Our eyes are not on the receiver's hips. And what does the receiver do? Drop them hips, and we don't see it. React way too late, right? Eye discipline, right? Eye discipline is key. Eye discipline is key. Where we at, DJ? Come on. All right, I'm gonna put it back to normal speed. Whoa, DJ. I'm tripping, ain't I? Oh, move out the way, number one. Dang. It's all good. Yeah, I got you. Let's see what happened here. Patient. Kick. Stay on the upfield shoulder. Stay attached to the upfield shoulder. Feel the receiver lean. He's leaning. He's starting to lean into us. So if he's leaning into us, he's going to break back in, right? Play the hands, though. We got to finish that rep. We could have finished that rep by playing his hands. I know it's your practice. You want to get your, you don't want anybody to get hurt. But finish playing the hands, right? Finish playing the hands. Get finished by the receiver, though. Adrian. What's good, cousin? It was a good rep. Coach was hype. Coach was hype. Not bad. Feel the lean. Feel the lean. Get ready to break inside. He's going. In and in. I know coach is called in and in. Play to finish the hands. We got to finish. Oh, good finish. There you go. I like it. I like it. I'm not going to lie. I like it when coaches get hyped, bro. Get hyped. Celebrate with the DBs. I don't know why I can't read the chat on TikTok. Oh, that's too easy. What happened? Oh, right there. He's playing catch technique. Right? And he crossed his feet. And he's reaching. Reaching to get hands on. He crossed his feet right there. Now he's tracing the route. Number 80's out here cooking. Right? Just that simple move right here is what hurt us. Right here. He's reaching. We're not in position to use our hands right now. We got to kick a little bit more so we can be in position to use our hands. He's reaching, out of phase, and now we're chasing. Oh, what did this do? That was a video I saved to watch later. All right, we're going to watch this one real quick. Let's see if they got some DB stuff on there. See if they got some DB stuff. Hopefully they do so I could post some. What this is? This receivers? This is receivers. No, this is. See if I can find a DB some, man. Give me some DB stuff. There we go. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Oh, snap. Yup. Working some press or catch technique. Press, yep. Staying square, kick. So they're working shock and control right here. This is good stuff. Patient, I like it. Move laterally. Move laterally. Shock, outside hand. Control, inside hand, quicker. All I'll say is a little bit quicker, though. You don't want to, if you're going to do shock and control, it got to be quick. Quick jab, boom, back down, quickly replace with the inside hand to control it. Gotta ball out, cousin. Ball out. That's how you gonna get invites and all the camp invites. Ball out. Send your film out to all these coaches on Twitter, and they're gonna watch your film and they're gonna send the invites, right? But you want personal invites. You don't want that the same invite everybody get that just be spamming to everybody. You want the coach to personally be like, "Hey, I saw your film. I want you to come to this camp." That's what we want. All right. Did I miss anything? We good. You got drills on the channel to help prevent crossing over your feet. Yep. I'm sure I do. Christian. I'm sure I do got some drills on the YouTube channel. Biggest thing I'm trying to think to help not cross your feet and press. You talking about like impress and catch is you can have the mini bands around your ankles, right? And working on just moving laterally and kicking in there, right? And then you could do it, stuff like that on the ladder, right? Just taking steps in the ladder. I think I have some drills on there for that. That will help you so you're not crossing your feet and press. And then obviously I have some kick stepping drills too. Don't tell me that's the only clip they got. Oh, this dude's at. Come on, man. That's only DB. Nah, that's crazy. You telling me they got one clip? Well, I'm gonna have to post that tomorrow. What is it? 313, Tennessee. Add it to my notes. That's kind of crazy. Tennessee. 313. All right. That's crazy. There's that one rep. All right. Let me see. Good. All right. I'll check tonight. All right. Yeah. Appreciate you. Can you leave this live up after you end so I can watch it? Yes. So if you go on the YouTube channel in about, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes, it will be up on the YouTube channel and then you can watch it. All right. Let me see, make sure I answered everybody. All right, we're going to have to end the stream a little bit early, cousins. But I appreciate you tuning in. I will try to stream tomorrow after work. Tomorrow I'll try to stream. Make sure to follow us on all our platforms, IG, TikTok. Sub to YouTube channel if you haven't. Make sure to check out our latest video. I will be dropping another video next week. Another defensive back workout video. Next week. It's already on the channel, ready to just hit public. Ready. It's already uploaded and everything. I just need to change it to make it go live. So it's already up. Don't need no editing. It's already been edited and all that stuff. And we got another video that's in the works for maybe hopefully 2 weeks from now. All right. But y'all take it easy. Appreciate y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Not watching the video unless I'm in it. Well, you got to come out then, Stu. You got to come out then. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Bam Bam Tay, I'll see you. I don't know why TikTok, I don't know what's going on. If you guys are commenting on videos, for some reason I can't see it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I gotta check it out. If anybody's live on TikTok, please just comment something. And if you did, let me know on IG or YouTube or Twitch real quick so I can figure it out. Because I don't know what's going on. You know, we hating. I know, Stu, I know. Anybody want to do me a favor and just go on TikTok live real quick and try to comment and come back on IG, say that you did or you did it so I can know something's wrong. Or try to comment and let me see if I can see it. Will really much be appreciated. Come on, please, somebody. Somebody got me. Come on. I don't know what's going on. I got to figure out what's going on. Coach Burkett, that's crazy. I was literally about to call you today. I gotta figure out what's going on with TikTok. All right, I'm gonna end it.